welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Lorena and I love to share my recipes with you. And if you've been here before, then hello again. Today we're going to make a banana and almond praline ice cream, which is really lovely and creamy. And as always, you don't need an ice cream machine to make this. So I've done a bit of work already. I already have my bananas in the freezer from yesterday, so they're really nice and solid. And now we're going to make our crème anglaise like we did with the other vanilla ice creams, and then we're going to mix everything in the food processor. So the difference with this ice cream and the ones that we've done before is that we're not going to need to pop them in the freezer and then take them out and give them a whip on our mixer, but instead we're going to do just one mixing in the food processor, so it's much easier. And that is because the bananas give us a nice creamy texture, and so you don't need to do anything else to them after you process them other than freeze them for a while and then you can eat it. As always, if you want to see the full recipe, then all you need to do is click on the link in the description box below, and that will take you to the blog where you will find loads more recipes. I'm now going to make this banana ice cream with almond praline, so if you want to see how it's done, then keep on watching this video. So first, for our crème anglaise, I have here cream, milk and also vanilla essence, and I have here some sugar. So I'm going to add half of this mix into here and the other half to my egg yolks, which I have over here. I put cling film on top of the egg yolks because if you leave them out in the air for a while without doing anything to them, they have like a thin layer on top that you will not be able to dissolve. So with the egg yolks, you also want to be careful that you whisk them around as soon as you put the sugar on top, because it starts to cook it and it will happen the same thing as with the air, it will start to form a skin. Now I'm going to heat up my cream and milk until I can see vapor coming out of it, and then I'm going to pour it onto this mix. The steam coming out of it, it's not boiling, there's just steam coming out. I'm going to put a bit of it in here and we're going to give it a really quick whisk so that we don't get scrambled egg yolks, and then we can add the rest of it with confidence. Now that we have our mix here, we're going to put it back into the pot and we need to cook it until we get coating consistency. And first I'm going to pass it through a sieve just in case there are any bits of protein that got cooked and not dissolved in the mix. So as you can see on top of here, I have a bit of foam. One of the signs that your mix will give you that it's already close to being cooked enough is that the foam will disappear. So from that point on, be really careful not to overcook it because it will split. You want to have it on medium to low heat and never stop stirring. Once you can pass your finger on the spatula and it's not erased by the mix, then you know that it's ready, and we need to put it on an ice bath to stop the cooking. This mix is going to go into a container to freeze once it's at room temperature, and once it's rock solid we can go on to the next step. We're going to move on to the almond praline, which also needs to go to the freezer just so that it doesn't melt the ice cream when we mix it in. For a praline, I have here sugar. I'm going to add it little by little, making thin coats of not melted sugar, and that's going to generate eventually a caramel. And then once that is ready, we're going to add the almonds, mix them in real quick, and then pass them onto a silpat or some type of silicone mat that you might have at home to bake. and we wait for it to cool down, and after that we're going to chop it. After you've added the thin layer of sugar, you're going to notice that it's going to start melting on certain spots. On top of those, you add a bit more sugar, but make sure that it's a thin layer. Don't use a spatula or a spoon to stir it around, but rather the handle of the pan, because it could crystallize if you put anything in there at this point. Once it's nicely melted and golden, you can add your almonds and stir them in really quickly and then pass them onto the silpat. Okay, so my crème anglaise has been in the freezer for 6 hours now and it's rock solid. You want to get it to this point because it's still going to melt a bit with the temperature in the environment, so that way we're going to have it nice and creamy. I also have my bananas, which are frozen, so both of them are going to go into the food processor to get this creamy texture that we want in our ice cream. And once that is done, we're going to take it out of here and mix in our praline, which I've also frozen just so that it doesn't bring up the temperature in the ice cream. Once we've done that, I'm going to put it in the containers where I'm going to take them to the freezer all the way to the next day when you're going to be able to eat it. And that's because when we take it out of here, you'll see that it's not completely ice creamy, it's a bit liquid, and so it does need to freeze overnight before you can eat it. As you can see, there's a lot of time between these processes, so I recommend that if you want to have this ice cream for, say, Saturday, to have it for the weekend, then you can start freezing everything on Thursday, then you can process it on Friday and it's ready to eat by Saturday, and you would have only spent about an hour each day. Recipe. I really hope you liked it. If you did like it, don't forget to put thumbs up to this video. It makes me really happy. Please, if you make this recipe or any other recipe from the blog, don't forget to send me a picture or tag me on them because I really love to see what you cook. Also, if there's anything savory or sweet that you would like me to teach you how to make, you can leave a comment below. I'm posting videos every Thursday and Sunday, so if you don't want to miss any of them, then I recommend that you subscribe to my channel. It's free and only one click away. You can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook as Cravings Journal. Thank you so much much for watching this video and see you next time.